Hello and welcome to GPTV on, yes, the first day of March, a beautiful Tuesday, 1st of March 2022. The year is racing on, almost a quarter of the year, done and dusted. My name's Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer. Nice and dry here in Victoria, not like other parts of Australia.
Queensland.
Got a bit of a bucketing down there, didn't they, in Queensland? So much for all that beautiful weather that you boast, with all of the borders that we can't get through to get to you. I'm not sure we want to at
I
the
wonder
moment.
whether all of that water in Queensland just washes COVID away. The trouble
Maybe
is,
it does.
doesn't the water flow down from Queensland into Victoria and New
might
South
eventually,
Wales? So
yeah.
those pesky Queenslandians are just washing the COVID downstream. Speaking of that, you know, there's been so much talk over the years about the infrastructure, about how we can dam the waters of Queensland so that we can use these incredible floodwaters.
I haven't heard any of that
Well,
talk.
Gary, you don't read
Sportsman,
you
the
don't read
betting section.
infrastructure daily like
No,
I do.
no,
But
I don't.
you know, you look at all of that water and you think to yourself, well, imagine if we could divert that water and use it for good.
You know, we do have
farming and agriculture and industry. But no, we just let it wash down to Tasmania.
Well, I thought, Phil, that the wet weather was going to be doing me a big favour on the weekend, because we sent order of command to Sydney for the wet tracks, wet track. Unfortunately, Philip, and you know, this is one of those racing stories, right? It starts off with there's 15 horses in the field, then there's 6, right? Because they all got scratched.
Yeah.
Then
so
we've
gone from 15 to 6. So you had a 1 in 15 chance. Then you had a 1 in 6 chance.
Yeah. Then the race jumps, and you know, all I want to do is come like 3rd or 4th, right? Because I've got all this different combination bits. Anyway, one of the horses misses the start, so now there's only 5.
1 in 5.
So now I'm 1 in 5, and there's good prize money. This for order of command. Anyway, finishes last of the 5, so I found a way to finish last.
Do you know,
very sad.
If you think about it, it actually finished in the top third, though, didn't it?
Finished well, exactly right. At least we showed up. Anyway, unfortunately, for all those people who followed order of command, that's its last race. It's been retired, Phil.
Yep. And it is now. You could order a Big Mac now, probably. And
don't say such horrible things. No, but we do have. We also
have an order of command Big Mac with
fries and onions. Don't say that, Phil. It's terrible. There's people, animal lovers, that will object to that sort of frivolity. By the way, Stephen, who is a Queenslander, is very sensitive about us saying things derogatory about
Stephen
Queensland.
the Queenslander.
He wrote in and said, talked about the mighty Quinn, because we said we're selling something in Quinn's Road, and he sent. He also talked a little bit about, and Stephen, who will call. We said it was a nice client. He's an educated client. He'd like to be referred to that way.
And we won't refer. We'll keep Stephen's anonymity, other than to obviously publicly wish him and his wife and his family a hearty congratulations on something that's happened in their life in recent times.
He did say that the 22nd of the second.
Congratulations.
22nd of the 2nd, on the 22nd, Phil's name is a palindrome. All those numbers, 220202. And in fact, on Tuesday, we had an auction on, I think it was the 22nd of the 2nd at 2 o'clock, which was even more spooky and incredible in Waverley Road. We'll talk more about that.
And it sold.
It did sell, Phil. That makes it quite extraordinary even. Well, that's not extraordinary, it sold. There's a lot of bidders for it. Anyway, Mighty Quinn, sung by Manfred Mann, 68. The Hollies, 69. Bob Dylan, 1970. Thanks, Stephen. We'll send you off to the movies. Hopefully you'll feel safe there, because safe. Would you go to a movie yet? Sure I would,
so
but
we haven't yet been.
Yeah. I want to, it's time.
And we did talk about it just over the weekend as to whether we're ready to go. And look, unfortunately, the couch is so comfortable at our place.
Yep.
Having said that, viewers, I think we do need to get back to the movies. Firstly, no, I don't. Firstly, we want to encourage everybody to get back to the cinema,
go to
the classic
because
cinema. That is our community. That's our community cinema.
Yep.
But I am a James Bond fan. And I watched the James Bond movie on our screen at home, which is it's a 65 or a 70-inch screen, and it was horrible. Firstly,
the movie was horrible, or the sound?
It was the worst James Bond movie ever.
Really? Oh,
yep.
Boy.
Worst movie ever of James Bond, but still watchable. But secondly, when you can't watch a movie like that at home on your small screen, limited effect.
You need to have the popcorn fill, you need to have the surround sound, you need it all going on. You'll get that at the classic cinema.
But how'd you be going to the movies today and all of a sudden you sneeze? Yeah. Do you reckon the entire
everyone just going to turn around and look at you?
I reckon hiss at you and point.
I reckon you have less reaction if a snake went through it. Feel like a sneeze, people will be horrified. Look, let's just talk a bit about the market, talk about what happened on the weekend. It was a good weekend, sadly not for order of command, but it was a good weekend, Phil.
Well, Gary, I would say we had a brilliant weekend because we sold
I wouldn't say that.
29 out of 36.
81%
for an 81% clearance
Against the
rate,
industry average?
where the industry dropped to 71% over the weekend.
Put up the towers. Let's have a little boast. Let's have a moment.
81 versus 71. You've got to love that, viewers.
Don't you love boast time?
I love
boast time. We just love
People
it.
that
It's in our
say you
DNA.
shouldn't boast
Yeah, humility and all
clearly
that.
have got nothing to boast about.
Exactly right. They're at 63%. But we had an 81% clearance. But I'm going to go out here on a statement, Phil, and I'm going to say that the market has changed.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that. I can feel it, Phil. I can feel it in the wind. I can feel it in the sun. I can feel it in my bones. The market has changed, and I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that, Phil, because we now have a marketplace where, whilst yes, we did get 81%. Yes, those A plus properties had huge competition. Many properties did sell for in excess of what was expected. I think less properties are selling for over the range and more than is being quoted.
Yes.
Because we're in a boom market, even though there's always the allegation of underquoting, but the reality is in a growing market where prices go up and before our eyes things go in excess of the quoting range.
Yes.
So often. So that's the first thing. Secondly, a few less bidders per property. And thirdly, and this is the main difference, viewers, and people tune in for the facts, so we're going to give them the facts, Phil. The main difference is buyers are no Buyers are no longer worried about paying more next weekend. So that's the big change in the market.
It took you a long time to get that out, didn't it?
Oh, wow.
So I'm just going to summarise very quickly what you've had to say, is that you think now the market is much more in balance.
You're going to do it in English, aren't you?
Well, I am. We're no longer in a market where buyers are chasing sellers.
No, that's right.
We're now in a market where there's a lot more sellers have come to the market.
Yeah.
We're heading towards a state of equilibrium. Yeah. And if I look across our results across our group, and keeping in mind our lowest sale, I think, was $350,000. Our highest sale was circa $4 million, and everything in between. More and more of our properties are starting to sell within the range, Gary.
Yep.
Albeit at the top end of the range, but there's a lot of properties now selling in the range.
It's a more reliable indication of what properties are selling for.
Correct.
The prices have stopped going up, it appears, and people are no longer scared of missing out. So that's the difference. Now, having said that, Phil, we've been in this, because we're old guys and we've been around a long time, and you called yourself the other day an old creepy guy in auction, which I'm not quite sure the context of that, although the little girl who said it to, I think, is still having nightmares and in therapy at the moment. But as old guys that have been around a long time...
not old guys, experienced real estate agents.
I've got a bit of the salt and pepper, and you've got the whatever you put in your hair to change it when you do the Botox and everything else. But as experienced people, we know, Phil, that sometimes this can just be a little breather as well. So for those buyers, don't go getting drunk on power thinking you've got it all your way, because the clearance rate's still 80%, even 70%. It still is a vendor's market. But this could be an opportunity to swoop in and get something before the next increase in prices, which inevitably is going to happen again.
I'm calling, Gary.
We know it.
I'm calling 2022 the plateau year.
Yep.
So
fair
I
enough.
think we've had a really strong run up in this marketplace. And markets just don't go up exponentially
all the time.
Week after week, month after month, year after year. Markets go up, level out before they go up again, or sometimes correct. I think we're very much in a plateau market, Gary. So the prices that you see out there at the moment, I think that's what you'll see all year. Although one thing I will say is that when two people with money want something, we're still going to see some spike. We're still going to see a spike in price.
Yeah, and still some premiums. The AA properties, Phil, some, and you know which ones they are, because they're the ones where there's big crowds, lots of people wanting them. They're still going to get premium results. So anyway, changed market. You heard it here first, and we did say, Phil, that we're going to call it as it is. And that's what we've done. Let's do a quick around the grounds review. Phil, you started off on Saturday morning in Radcliffe Avenue in Cheltenham.
I did.
You had some fun there. Found it okay?
Lovely story there, Gary, because in Caulfield and surrounding areas, we tend to get a lot of people coming to auctions just to look.
Yes.
Call it sport, call it interest, call it investigation,
passion.
Call it whatever you will, but in Caulfield we get
voyeurism.
A lot of people. And the joke was at this auction in Cheltenham that in Caulfield there might be 50 people and 3 buyers.
Yep.
Well, out in Cheltenham at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, there were 14 people but 14 buyers.
Well, that's it.
They were all there to have a crack.
The looker to buyer ratio is significantly different in Cheltenham, isn't it,
Correct.
Phil? People have got
Gary.
better things to do on the weekend.
Correct. Well, Cheltenham's close to the beach, I suppose, Gary.
exactly.
So you either go beach or an auction that I have no intention of buying. I think I'll go to the beach.
Exactly. It's between beach and Philip Kingston. I think the beach is going to come through every time.
Yeah.
But if it's beach versus maybe, Balaclava Road tram, they're going to pick you over that, Phil, aren't they? Anyway, sold for $660,000. Lots of bidders on that one.
That was a lovely little 2-bedroom villa, Gary. And interesting because if you think about it, Cheltenham's, 15-minute drive from where our office is.
It's a hot spot.
It was close to Southland, but mainly first home buyers there, Gary. And a delighted woman bought the property. She would have been, I reckon, late 20s, early 30s, buying her first home. So congratulations to her.
And you know what? People out there, they're not too tricky about their bidding. They just come out, they bid to what they can afford to go. They're honest, good, honest folk of Cheltenham and surrounds. We love it selling there, Phil. We've got something coming out in Parkdale special as well, but we're selling all in that whole Mentone High. It's Cheltenham, Moorabbin, corridor. It's fantastic. 2 Frederick Street. While you were there, I was in Frederick Street in Caulfield South a little bit later. Enjoyed selling this wonderful property with Joel Sir. 5 bidders, Phil. Took that to 1385. So congratulations to the delightful young lady bought that. Wish her a happy time there. And then, of course, we shoot off to Sunday. We've got plenty of other sales. We won't review them all because it gets too long. But we had some great prestige sales on Sunday, Philip. I saw you in Webb Street doing your thing, strutting around, having some fun.
Lovely house, lovely vendors, lovely buyers.
It was.
Great outcome there where vendor and buyer were very happy with their purchase. Beautiful home, that one.
Lovely experience there, Phil, with that auction. And I've got to say that I also love it when prices are disclosed at the top end. And this one sold for $3,290,000 under some good competition. So well done, Phil. Did a good call there.
Thank you.
I think you had some fun at 39 Satin Street. I didn't get to be at that auction, but I think it was quite a competitive one.
It was a good result there, Gary, and I love these auctions where we don't need to refer the bidding. The vendors have just said, look, once you get to that figure, you're on the market. Very straightforward in Satin Street because I think the first bid, we were on the market there. So no mucking around, great result. Again, lovely family selling and lovely couple buying.
We're loving those planets, aren't we, Phil, and all of those planets. But 1,698.5 you got for that one. And then there's those...
$1,689,500, just so the viewers can keep up with it.
$1,698,500.
$1,698,500.
It's $1,500 short of 1.7, Phil. Which
Correct.
I thought you could have got 1.7.
I was pushing hard, let me tell you.
I'm sure you were. Fun to work out the deposit and balance at that selling price, isn't it? Then you moved along. The show just kept on moving, Phil, and off you went to Kooyong Road to do the Kooyong Road double.
Well, I had a lovely day in Kooyong Road because I sold number 137 Kooyong Road. Shout out to the owners of that who'd owned it for virtually generations.
Yes.
That was a great sale. Prices undisclosed there, but we had 2 young couples fighting for that where they were going to build their dream home. We then moved on to 109 Kooyong Road and a shout out to the vendors of that home who had prepared the house so beautifully. And that was really a turnkey house because there was not a cent to spend, and the young family that's moving in there love all of the space that one provided.
It's all happening on Kooyong Road. In fact, we've got another one coming up on Kooyong Road there, Phil, 130 Kooyong Road. Why don't we just stop the flow and tell us a bit about that home?
Let's talk about that home. We've sold this home a couple of times before. It is a beautiful home, very low maintenance. It's got huge entertaining areas, got all of the bedrooms and the bathrooms that you'd ever possibly want. There's not a cent to spend, and that's got one of the best kitchen meals family rooms that you'll ever see with bifold doors to the north and bifold doors to the east. That's really a property Gary just moved straight into and just loved life from day one.
I did go to the auction at 22 Elm Grove in St Kilda East, saw Jeremy Rosen sell that one. Was passed in, sold soon after. Well done to the vendors, delightful people. I could say that because I'm not talking about Stephen, who doesn't want to be called delightful, but he wants to be called smart. But well done to the vendors and the buyers, who we're well known to our company as well.
Good.
That was a big wrap for the weekend, Phil. A busy weekend, a good weekend. You would have been a bit tired because of all of that, that humidity.
Do you know what? I did 5 auctions on Sunday, and I'm used to doing 5 or 6 auctions on the weekend.
You're very
fit. No,
but
heat and humidity just sucks the life out of you.
Yeah, well, you're not...
I don't know how they work in Queensland, quite frankly. Every time I go to Queensland and I'm there in a pair of shorts and a T-shirt, I think to myself, how does anybody work in that heat and humidity.
Well, they're in a shorts and a t-shirt. That's
yeah,
the
but
difference. That's why.
even
There's
then,
your answer.
it
You answered your question.
just drains you.
Do you
Gary.
reckon we can wear shorts and t-shirts in doing auctions in Melbourne?
Oh, well, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think if you've got legs like your and my legs, you
We're good?
can't. You can't.
Oh, we can't. Oh,
but I think
okay.
if you're good looking with nice legs,
Yeah.
there's
yourself out.
no reason you
Fair
can't.
enough. That's a very shallow.
No reason you can't.
Very shallow comment, but
No,
I accept
but
it.
I mean, our job is to look good when we're representing our client's property, and there's no question. The more I cover up, the better I look.
Yeah, no, that's true. That I've got to agree with you on that one. Phil, we've got 38 auctions coming up this week.
38
yeah.
auctions,
We're going to work
Lord.
you hard, by the way. We're going to just keep whipping you and working you until morale improves. But we've got a big weekend, but we're not waiting for the weekend because we're launching on in a midweek, Phil, and. Last Tuesday, Graham did that auction in Waverley Road.
He did. Great job,
Put
Graham.
some images of that up. So we're doing. It's all happening midweek. We love midweek. We love twilight. We love doing it all week.
Oh, come on, Gary,
okay,
get on
Phil,
with it, please.
259 Kooyong Road, Elston. We're back in Kooyong Road again. You're doing this auction.
Beautiful
on the 2nd of
house,
March.
Gary, on the corner
Yeah.
of Seymour Road. Two great addresses there. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. Stunning period home that will stand the test of time. A beautiful home.
Get there tomorrow. We'd love to see you there. Phil, we are going to continue with our midweek groove on Thursday. At 5 o'clock, you're going to be at Bowles Avenue.
Gary, what a great property. This
It is Bowles, not Bowles, isn't it?
Bowles,
Yeah,
definitely
good.
Bowles, Gary.
Okay.
We've had a lot of interest in this. 4 or 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, and a lovely, lovely spot there. Keeping in mind that Bowles is walking distance to the new redevelopment of the Caulfield Racecourse,
Yes.
which has hit a bit of a obstacle given the fact that ProBuild,
Yes.
the builder, which has got something like $5 billion worth of work on the books at the moment, has gone into administration. So a bit of an interruption on that project, Gary, but no doubt the administrators will get ProBuild up and running and that will get done. But Bowles Avenue, walking distance to that shopping centre when it opens.
Glenn Bricker, when he listed this property in Parangrove, he said in his finest South African accent, I can't believe how good this home is. And Phil, it is a beauty. 34 Parangrove.
3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. That is a beautiful home, Gary, and Parangrove is just the best location.
275 Bamber Road, beautiful looking property, this one, Phil.
Well, Gary, shout out to Elisa Justin Architects and Malin Constructions, who have created what I think is one of the best developments you're ever likely to see, because this is 2 beautiful townhouses. We're selling the one on the park, and it is incredible. If you're interested in architecture, let alone buyers, if you want to come and have a look at it and buy it, but if you're interested in architecture, that is the latest and greatest and shows you what's possible with 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage and access to the park.
And that beautifully overlooks the park, doesn't
Yeah,
it, Phil?
it's beautiful.
A few doors
Stunning.
down from Cafe Delish. So if you're free on Thursday at 7 o'clock, come along. We'll have the coffee van there, won't we,
We
Phil?
will, Gary.
Come and have a coffee. Let's talk about the weekend's auctions, Phil. We've got 34 of them. We start off on Saturday with our first auction. We're in 11 suburbs on Saturday, Philip. 11. Count
11,
them.
no doubt.
We're going to start off in Parkdale, Phil. We love it in Parkdale. Back in the groove of Parkdale. We're talking now about Mount View Avenue.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars, Gary. Lots of garden area, polished timber floorboards. It's a beauty.
We're going to do the Bayside Groove, Phil, at 10 o'clock. At 10:30, we've got double auction action. 881 Glen Huntley Road is my first auction I'm looking forward to.
Gary, that'll be some fun for you because it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, a lock-up garage, polished boards, period details, lots to love there.
I'll probably go to the market and secure it, Phil.
You probably
the
will,
Veg
Gary.
Out Market is the farmers market that's open on the first Saturday. Get yourself over there. It's a beauty just behind Luna Park. Phil, Alfred Street, you're going to be there on Saturday.
Gary, virtually as new, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, lock-up garage, car park in front, beautiful parquetry floors. That is a stunning home.
Now, we don't get to see each other very often at auctions, Phil, but we're going to be together at this one. The show goes on in Cedar Street at this spectacular, beautifully renovated, stylish period home.
And
Phil.
it is beautiful, Gary. It's just stunning. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, and everything about that house has been finished to perfection.
Part of the triple auction action groove at 11:30 moves us into Hawthorne, Phillip and Lynch Street.
Yes, Gary, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. And that's a great property and obviously a great location.
Touch of indigestion then?
Yes, just a touch.
Fair enough. Let's move on to Moreton Avenue, Carnegie. We've got a beautiful property going up there at 11:30.
Gary, this is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. But why would you need a car when you've got a train station on your doorstep and one of Melbourne's best strip shopping centres?
Triple
Beautiful
option
building.
Action at 12:30. We're going to be in Carlisle Street. Simon Radolnik's out doing his thing there.
Gary, either a first home or an investment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Great value.
Location.
Yeah, great value on that low, high twos. Phil, Oakley Road, Leo Samuel meets Jack Slater to offer this terrific
3
looking home.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, a lock-up garage. That is a wonderful property and plenty of courtyard gardens there.
We love this development in Pine Street. We've sold there over the years. Philip, you're going to be doing a 12:30 auction for Joel Sir.
Gary, you're on the doorstep to everywhere there with the tram at Hawthorne Road and Glen Huntly Road and the shops and the 7-Eleven, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage and courtyard gardens. We love that style of real estate.
Now, you might have time to go to 7-Eleven, get a Slurpee and just walk to the next auction field because it's just up the road in Master Street.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and the most gorgeous facade and some beautiful renovations have taken place in this house. Move straight into that one. Get on with life.
Phil, at 1:30 p.m, we're going to be in Carnegie in Wanalta, or if you are Transylvanian, Vanalta.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, beautiful entertaining areas, a lock-up garage, single-storey heaven.
Triple auction action at 2:30. We're going to send you over to Armadale, Phil, to this great-looking, stately-looking property.
Gary, this is the most fantastic development because you're part of a wonderful development that is just magnificent, and also it's literally on the doorstep of High Street Armadale. So you can walk out your front door and walk to the Woolworths that is in High Street Armadale. You've got all of the shops, all of the cafes, all of the action, but you can retire quietly to 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a double lock-up garage.
Great location. Your last auction, just go home around the corner after that.
I will.
Phil, Nottage Street, St Kilda East. The show goes on. Jeremy Rosen's auctions. This one for Nicky
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, Gary. That is a great home. Terrific living.
We're going to be in Bentley East on Saturday. Of course, we're there most Saturdays, Phil. If not auctioning, certainly with opens. We're going to be in East Boundary Road.
As many as 5 bedrooms, Gary, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking for up to 3 cars. That's a wonderful family home.
Triple auction action at 3:30, Phil. Neither you or I can get a late auction gig, but Leo Samuel is going to be doing an auction in Nepean Highway.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. That is just fabulous. I mean, check out the interior of that home. It's beautiful.
Looks great, Phil. So does this property in Inkerman Street in St Kilda East. Jeremy Rosens is auctioning this one.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and we love that location because everything is on your doorstep.
David Thompson is going to be bringing down the hammer and bringing down the curtain, Phil, at 3:30 at 7 at 6 Rosedale Avenue.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 2 car spaces, and of course, what a great spot with one of the great shopping centres of Glen Huntly Road, Glen Huntly, on your doorstep.
Let's move on to Sunday. Busy day. You've got plenty on. Hope you have an early night on Saturday night and some strong coffee on Sunday morning. We've got 3 auctions at 10:30 a.m. Philip, Leo Samuel is going to go and do the Dolly Parton thing in Parton Court.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, lock-up garage, polished timber floorboards. Wonderful location.
I'm looking forward to doing my first of 4 auctions, Philip, in Grosvenor Street, Balaclava.
14 at 91 Grosvenor Street, Gary, is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, lovely apartment.
And you're going to be opening your Sunday morning account in Burand Road. Great looking property, this one, Phil.
Well, check that out, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, gorgeous facade. I really love the look of that home.
So do I. It's a good one, a really good one. Phil, double auction action at 11:30. We've got Leo Samuel auctioning for Arlene in Narrong Road.
Gary, check out the renovation there. It is stunning, and it's 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. They're really hard to find, and 1 car space.
And you're going from Burand Road to Cambrook Road, just around the corner at 11:30. I might come and see you.
Well,
then.
I'm looking forward to this, Gary, because it's the most spectacular renovation. It's got everything: 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, a beautiful pool, and the most incredible kitchen meals family room.
Phil, at 12:30, we've got triple auction action. I've got the auction honours of this terrific property, Philip, in Oron Crescent, with this magnificent courtyard, this really expansive courtyard, a beautiful luxury apartment, 1 at 48 Oron Crescent. I know Ben Rothschild's excited, as am I. Look forward to seeing you at that one at 12:30. Phil, you're going to be in Frederick Street. But before that, we should probably review Lantana because Leo Samuel's going to be there.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Great investment or first home.
And you're going to be at this wonderful property, 16 Frederick Street, with Darren Krongold and team.
Gary, this house is as new. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. It's got everything that opens, shuts, and it's got the most fantastic kitchen meals, family room, and our fresco area that overlooks the back garden.
I get to auction this great property. Talk about garden. That looks like it's got a beautiful garden. 29 Travasca Street, Phil.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of car parking, Gary. Lots of potential there because you've got a house that you can move into, a house that you can add value to, and plenty of land.
Leo Samuel's going to be in Chapel Street. Phil, looks like a great opportunity for this home.
Gary, you're in Chapel Street, but you're also in Carlisle Street because you're on the cusp of Carlisle and Chapel. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 security car space. That is a great development.
Phil, we've had so much interest in this property on Alma Road. We've had to actually increase the price guide to give buyers an understanding as to where it may end up going. But we know this is a hot property.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, and you can walk to the Alma Village from there, Gary, because everything is on your doorstep.
You'll be meeting Lemoore there, I should say. I'm sorry I can't be there at that auction. I know the vendor, Phil. I'd love to be there for them. Good luck to them. 2:30, Philip. We're going to be in Glencoe Street. You're going to be auctioning this property in what many describe as the best street in the world.
Well, the only people that would describe Glencoe as the best street in the world, Gary, would be the residents of Glencoe, and I believe you are one of them.
Maybe so.
Just a little shout out to everybody that lives in Glencoe. Come along. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, and Glencoe is in the epicentre of the Golden Mile of Caulfield North.
Phil, looking forward to that one, and we are looking forward to Narrong Road, going back to Narrong Road for the second time on Sunday. Jeremy Rosen's auctions this great looking property.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking for 2 cars, a wonderful home.
This is a wonderful home, great looking property, been in the same family for many years in Glen Ira Road. You have auction honours at 3:30.
Gary, it's beautiful. In fact, I don't think you get a more beautiful Art Deco home than this one, situated on just over 500 square metres on the corner of Garrell Street and Glen Ira Road. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for as many as 2 cars, maybe even more. That's a wonderful home. Move straight into it, or you can think about how you might add some value.
While you're there, Phil, I'm going to be just up the road in Caulfield South in Rosalie Street, auctioning this terrific looking property.
No, it is, Gary. Fully renovated throughout, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage.
I hope you'll have got some energy left at 4:30. I know you'll just be getting started, Phil. Great property. This will energise any auctioneer. 18 Kelburn Street. What a fine looking home.
Gary, it is beautiful. It's been rebuilt under the guiding hand of architect Robert Davidov from Davidov Architects, who do the most beautiful work across Melbourne. They are premier architects working at the very top end of the market, and that is a testimony to what happens when talent is employed to do a beautiful home, and they've done a great job there.
Talent, style, and a great location to boot, Phil.
Absolutely.
That's 4:30 on Sunday. I'll come and join you there, Phil. I'm looking forward to seeing that one go off. But at the same time, we've got our last auction. 4:30 is going to be Glen Huntley Road. Daniel Peer is the agent, and Leo Samuel auctions this terrific apartment.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Well, Gary, I'm exhausted just talking about that weekend. 38 auctions. That must be somewhat of a record, I think. Have we ever had more than 38 auctions on a weekend?
We've got plenty of seats on the bus, Phil. If you want to auction, we can do 50 on a weekend with no problem at all, Phil.
Generally, a bus has got 52 seats.
Well, there you go.
That's what it is.
So we'll get the other bus out.
Then we'll buy another bus.
With pleasure. An exciting weekend, exciting time. We are getting into the nitty-gritty now. We've got that period between now and Easter/Passover in this area, which is significant, of course, to make as much happen as possible, Phil. And there will be a lot transacted, particularly over this next month or so. I think we're going to see some good results. And
Absolutely.
I know that there's some great offerings, and there's as good offerings as you'll ever get over this week and this weekend. And we look forward to seeing you at our auctions, at our coffee van, at our open for inspections. And if we can help you with anything to do with real estate, well, that's what it's all about. That's why we're here.
That's a big 1st of March wrap. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you this coming weekend or next week's GPTV. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
I'm Gary Peer. Have a good one.